Okay, we've got internal rotation and external rotation. Your arm doesn't have to be like that. I was just showing you as an example. So external, away. Your toes are pointing away. Internal, they're pointing in. So internal rotation into the body. External rotation, away. Here is a quick quiz. If you want to pause the video, or you could just find all of this on the website link in the description. So our skeleton. A joint is a point at which two bones connect. So your elbow joint, your wrist joint, shoulder joint. Cartilage, smooth connective tissue used to reduce friction on joints. Your knee cartilage. Dislocation is when a bone is displaced from its original location. Separation is when ligaments holding the joint tear and separate. And a fracture is a partial or complete break in the bone. These are the 5 main functions of bones. So how to categorize bones? By their shape and by the different joints. First we have ball and socket joints, so your shoulder joint and your hip joints. These have a very great range of motion. However, oftentimes tight and weak muscles restrict movement ability, which you can regain. Gliding joints, limited range of motion, but good stability. So your feet are a good example of this. Hinge, your elbow and knee joints, moving in one direction or in one plane. So just looking at some common names versus their anatomical names. Again, you could pause the video, go through these if you'd like. Quick quiz. So our muscles. A tendon is connective tissue that connects a muscle to a bone. Tendons, muscle to bone. Ligament is bone to bone. A sprain is ligaments. A strain is muscle. Origin is the proximal attachment site. Insertion is distal. So if you remember, proximal is closer to the top of the joint of the limb, and insertion is closer towards the bottom of the limb. Some cases it's the opposite, most cases it is not. Our different muscles, again I'll quickly go through this. If you want a deeper dive, you can use the link in the description, find it all on the website. antagonist, agonist, and synergist muscles. So whenever you do a movement, there's going to be muscles that are helping by contracting and other ones that are on the opposite side of the body that have to relax and lengthen, and then some synergist. So if we're looking at the bicep curl, our biceps are the agonist muscles. On the opposite side of your arm, on the posterior side of your arm, you have the triceps, which have to lengthen and relax in order for you to complete the bicep curl. Synergists are ones that help. Here is just a quick list of a couple exercises or muscles that are agonist and antagonist to each other. You could think anterior, posterior, so biceps, triceps, or you could think lateral, medial, so abductors, adductors. Quick quiz. Sliding filament theory is used to explain the mechanics of muscle contraction. Basically, this is your muscle. When you contract, it shortens and it slides the muscle filaments past each other. So this is a lengthened muscle. As you contract, it shortens. You have slow twitch fibers and fast twitch fibers. You cannot convert a slow twitch fiber to a fast twitch, and you cannot convert fast twitch to slow twitch. However, there are two types of fast twitch fibers, type 2A and type 2B. Your fast twitch A can be converted into fast twitch B. Your fast twitch B can be converted to fast twitch A. Difference, so type 1, slow twitch, very high in blood, low force production, but you can last for a very long time. They regenerate energy very quickly. Fast twitch A is kind of like your middle blood, middle force production, middle duration. Fast twitch B is on the opposite end, so very little blood, very short duration, but your highest force production. So whether you train more type 2A or type 2B will determine how many of each you have. The all or nothing principle states that a muscle fiber is either 100% on or 0% on. That's all or nothing principle is for a single muscle fiber. So we can turn on more and more muscle fibers as force production goes up. So if we're only ever training very light and low intensity, you're only going to be recruiting these smaller muscle fibers. If you want to get the higher threshold stuff, you need to train with higher force production. Our energy systems, basically showing ATP store, which is just what you have stored in your muscles. It'll last for 2 seconds, maybe less. ATP-PC system, so your creatine phosphate, will last approximately 10 seconds, less if you're untrained, more if you are trained, maybe up to 15 with supplements. So this is your quick burst of energy, your type 2B. Glycolytics, kind of your type 2A, can last up to 2 minutes. Maybe a little bit higher if you're trained, less if you're not trained. Aerobic is your slow twitch. As we can see, after that 2-minute mark, your overall performance drops quite a bit, which is why you'll need to rest and recover. You can pause the video if you like. I won't go too deep into this. Basically, high force production, low duration, low force production, high duration, and in the middle. Quick quiz. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned something new, and have a good day.